Isabella Monteverde, 22, shoulders up in a helpless little shrug, stands in front of Judge Frank Caprio. She's rocking a $3,000 Versace dress, clutching a Hermès bag that costs more than most people's cars. That confused look on her face. Practiced. Way too practiced. Judge Caprio puts his pen down. Slow, Miss Monteverde. Would you rather we do this hearing in Italian? Her eyes pop wide for half a second. Tiny crack in the mask. No. I no understand. Then the fake accent kicks in full force. Entranti po appena visto to a profil tutu and pericho inglese. MBA to Harvard Business School. Caprio switches, flawless Italian, Ramon Grandma rolling in every word. The whole courtroom freezes. Dead silent. Isabella goes ghost white. Her attorney, David Chun, shoots up. Your Honor, my client needs an interpreter. She's from Milan and... Counselor, sit down. Caprio doesn't even look at him. Your client graduated summa cum laude from Harvard. Her thesis? Leveraging international tax havens, 347 pages. Perfect English. Isabella's knuckles turn white around that Hermès, the $45,000. Cartier on her wrist flashes under the lights like it's screaming, I don't understand either. The clerk calls it loud and formal. Case 2025 TR 1192. Commonwealth versus Isabella Rosario Monteverde. Charges, reckless driving, 94 in a 30 miles per hour residential zone. Fleeing the scene. False statements to police. Isabella still doing the big innocent eyes. Sorry. No understand these words? Caprio opens the folder, calm as ever. Then let me help you understand, Officer Martinez. Tell us about the stop. Officer Luis Martinez steps up. Your Honor. March 15th, 2:17 p.m., white. Lamborghini doing 94 on Benefit Street, residential, school zone. Kids everywhere. Isabella shakes her head like it's a Broadway show. No, mistake. I tourist, lost. Martinez keeps going. I hit the lights, she floored it. Smashed a parked Honda Civic and kept driving. Took me 7 blocks to box her in. Chun tries again, desperate. Your Honor, clear language barrier. My client was scared in a foreign country. Mr. Chun, Caprio cuts in. Your client's lived in Providence 3 years, owns a $2.80 million condo on the east side, currently enrolled in Brown's graduate linguistics program. Someone in the gallery whispers, loud enough for everyone. She studies languages. Caprio nods to the prosecutor, Miss Lewis. Just the first 30 seconds of body cam. Roll it, monitor lights up. Isabella on camera, crystal clear, zero accent. Officer, are you joking right now? Do you even know who my father is? He owns half the fashion district in Milano. Next clip her handing over documents, still perfect English. This is ridiculous. I'm calling Daddy's layer. Tomorrow you'll be directing traffic in Arkansas. Pure American prep school accent. Not a single no understand in sight. Isabella in court right now? Mouth open. Mask shattered on the floor. Caprio leans forward, voice dripping with that calm sarcasm we all love. Miss Monteverde. That you on the video? Speaking perfect English while threatening an officer's entire career? Chun stands one last time, sweating. Your Honor. Maybe her English comes and goes? Stress affects language skills. Caprio actually laughs a little. Really? Prosecutor Mitchell, go ahead. Sarah Mitchell smirks, already hitting play. Your Honor, Instagram stories posted by the defendant. 1 hour before the stop. Phone screen on the monitor, Isabella talking straight to camera, Valley Girl bright. Oh my God, you guys. Just picked up the new Lambo, about to tear up these boring Providence streets. Watch this. Next story. Speedometer climbing past 90 and still going. Camera pans back to Isabella in court. Silent. Finally out of excuses and out of luck. Her voice on the Instagram story keeps rolling. Bright and bratty, these Americans drive so slow. Time to show them how we do it in Milan. LOL JK, I actually learned to drive in Connecticut. Isabella sinks into the chair. The whole show just collapsed. Judge Caprio looks at her, voice low, almost sad. Miss Monteverde. You've been playing stupid to dodge consequences. Let's talk about what else you've been pretending. Prosecutor Mitchell lifts a thick folder like it weighs nothing. Your Honor, Miss Monteverde has pulled the no English card 4 times in the last 18 months. 3 parking tickets. 1 moving violation every single time. Charges dismissed because of the language barrier. Caprio's tone goes ice cold. You've been weaponizing fake ignorance. Isabella finally drops the act. English suddenly perfect, sharp, annoyed. Those were minor infractions. This is totally different. Caprio raises an eyebrow. Oh, now you speak English. How magically convenient. Tell me, Miss Monteverde. What made you think you could fool this court? The arrogance floods right back. She shrugs. Because it always works? Flash a little confusion, break the English, drop Daddy's name. Americans feel guilty about language stuff. You people say sorry and let us go. You people. Caprio repeats it softly, dangerously. Miss Monteverde. My grandparents came from Italy with nothing but the clothes on their backs. They learned English scrubbing floors and working 3 jobs. You showed up with millions. And pretend you can't speak it for fun. Officer Martinez steps forward again. Your Honor? May I? Go ahead. The Honda she destroyed? Belongs to Maria Santos. Single mom. 3 jobs. That car was literally the only way she got to work. She can't even afford the repairs. Isabella rolls her eyes, loud sigh. Insurance will cover it. Caprio shakes his head. Miss Santos only has liability. That's all she can pay for. Your Lamborghini just did $8,000 damage to the only thing keeping her kids fed. Jen leans in, whispering fast. She waves him off like he's a fly. Fine. I'll pay for the stupid car. Can we finish? I have a 6 o'clock flight to Mykonos. Caprio takes off his glasses slow. Miss Monteverde. You just showed the whole room exactly what's wrong with you. You think money makes consequences disappear. You think laws are optional if you're last. Name is big enough. She smirks. My father donates millions too. Brown, 1 phone call and what? This court vanishes? I lose my job? Caprio cuts her off, calm but deadly. Miss Lewis. Read it. The clerk doesn't even blink. Federal investigation file. 2025C-3847. Isabella Monte. Verde, student visa expired. 14 months ago, currently unlawfully present while falsely claiming diplomatic immunity through her father's long-expired UN consultancy. Isabella shoots to her feet. That's impossible. My lawyer said, your lawyers took your money and lied to you. You've been breaking federal law every single day for over a year. But you were too busy faking broken English to check your own legal status. Chun looks like he's about to faint. Caprio nods toward the back. Agent Thompson? Come on in. Door opens. ICE officer walks in, badge gleaming. Isabella explodes into rapid, terrified Italian. Caprio answers, slow, perfect Italian, Roman accent thick. Now you really don't understand, do you? Delicious. Isabella switches back to desperate English. Your Honor, please. My father will pay any fine, any amount. This isn't about money anymore. Caprio turns to the gallery. Maria Santos. Are you here? A tired woman in hospital scrubs stands up. Voice shaking. Yes, Your Honor. Mrs. Santos. The defendant is going to pay every penny. Repairs, rental car, lost wages. $12,000. Today. Isabella nodding like crazy. Yes, yes, fine. We're not done. 200 hours community service. Teaching English as a second language to actual immigrants at the Providence Community Center. Isabella's jaw drops. Teaching English? But you pretended you didn't know it? Now you're going to teach it to people who are really struggling? People who don't have Lamborghinis and trust fund lawyers. This is insane. I'm calling the embassy. Italy doesn't protect visa frauds who fake language barriers. Miss Monteverde, Agent Thompson can explain your choices. Take the sentence and fix your status in 30 days. Or get on the next plane home in cuffs. She looks at the ICE agent. Then back at Caprio. Defeated. I'll take the sentence. Good choice. plus handwritten apology letters in English and Italian to Officer Martinez and Mrs. Santos, real ones, not lawyer templates. Chin finally finds his voice. Your Honor, the visa issue. That's why Agent Thompson's here. 30 days or removal proceedings. I suggest she spends less time acting clueless and more time with honest lawyers. Isabella mutters, my father will fix this. He always does. Caprio leans in, quiet but final. Your father's not here. Miss Monteverde. You are, and you're about to learn what real consequences actually feel like. He turns to the clerk. Document it. 12,000 restitution immediate. 1,000 reckless driving. 2,000 fleeing the scene. 1,000 false statements. Payment starts now. Isabella's hands shake while she opens her phone. Transferring. Transferring right now. Caprio looks at Maria Santos soft. Ma'am, you'll have every dollar within 24 hours. This court guarantees it. Mrs. Santos wipes tears. Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Martinez adds, calm, Your Honor. She almost hit a crossing guard at Benefit Street Elementary. 6 kids in the crosswalk. For the first time, Isabella looks down. Actual shame flickering. Caprio nods. 6 children. Miss Monteverde. Community service starts Monday. 8 a.m. sharp. Director Patricia Wong will be waiting. She came here from China speaking 0 English. And built a life the hard way. Not the fake way. He closes the folder. Isabella, voice trembling now. What if I get deported before I finish the hours? Caprio doesn't even blink. Then you should have thought about that before you broke federal immigration law on top of state crimes. He nods to the officer. Agent Thompson. The ICE agent steps closer. Calm but firm, Miss Monteverde. Tomorrow 9 a.m. sharp, report to our office. Bring every document you have. If you even qualify for visa reinstatement, you'll need current enrollment. And good moral character. Isabella almost laughs. Good moral character? After today? That's your mountain to climb. Caprio says, I suggest you start by actually showing up to classes instead of filming Lamborghini videos. Chin stacking papers with shaky hands. We'll need time to prepare the application. You've got 29 days. Day 30, she's either legal or she's gone. Cue the next 8 weeks. Isabella's life flipped upside down. Week 1, she struts into Providence Community Center in head to toe. Balenciaga, Patricia Wong doesn't even raise an eyebrow. Just hands her the beginner class roster, her students. Dishwashers, hotel cleaners, factory night shifters. Real tired eyes, Miguel from Honduras asks softly, Teacher, how do I tell my boss I need 1 day off because my kid is sick? Isabella freezes. She's literally never asked permission for anything in her life. Week 2. Textbook lessons flop hard. Nobody understands present perfect continuous. Maria Gonzalez, a cleaner from Guatemala, begs, please, help me write a note for my daughter's teacher. That night, Isabella scraps the books. Starts making real-life lessons. How to call the school. How to make a doctor's appointment. How to ask for your paycheck. Week 3. She's printing picture cards at 2 a.m. Grocery aisles. Prescription labels, parent-teacher conference phrases. Her students light up. They start telling stories, discrimination, fear, survival. Isabella stops scrolling her phone mid-class. Lynn from Vietnam smiles at her one day. You get it now, teacher? When you speak English, people think you stupid. But we not stupid. We just learning. That sentence hits like a truck. Week 4. ICE approves conditional reinstatement. Stay enrolled. Finish the hours. Report monthly. Daddy sends a swarm of lawyers. Isabella shuts the door on them. No, I made this mess. I clean it. Week 5. Officer Martinez visits the center. Isabella stands in front of 30 students and says, voice cracking, I pretended I didn't speak English to dodge responsibility. That was an insult to every single one of you who's actually fighting to learn. Dead silence. Then applause. An old man in the back nods. You learning too. Teacher Isabella. Week 6. Maria Santos walks in with her little daughter. The girl translates. Mom says she forgives you. Isabella's eyes flood. I don't deserve that. Maria, slow, careful English. You give us first chance. Everybody deserves second. Week 7, the Lamborghini gets sold. Money turns into whiteboards. Headphones, real textbooks, a tiny scholarship fund. Patricia Wong stares at the check. Speechless. It was just a car, Isabella shrugs. This is actual impact. Week 8, final review, 200 hours done. Perfect attendance. Students handwrite testimonials in shaky English. Miss Isabella teach real English for real life. She understand now what is like to be foreign. Best teacher because she learned with us. 3 months later, back in Caprio's courtroom, no designer labels, simple jeans. Hair in a ponytail. Caprio flips through the file. Service logs perfect. Evaluations glowing. Patricia Wong says you went from worst volunteer to best teacher we ever had, Miss Monteverde. Tell me what you learned. Isabella stands straight. Your Honor. I learned pretending ignorance is a privilege. Real language barriers mean you can't help your kid with homework. Can't read a prescription bottle? Can't defend yourself at work? I turned real struggle into a game? That was shameful. And Maria Santos? That her broken car meant choosing between rent and food. My stupid joyride could have ruined her life. Money doesn't erase that. Your students? They're braver than I will ever be. They showed up with nothing and built lives anyway. I showed up with everything and mocked their fight. That wasn't just wrong, it was cruel. Caprio closes the file. Requirements complete. Visa secured. Matter closed, but don't you dare forget this lesson. I won't, Your Honor, actually. I'm staying on at the center, voluntarily. They need consistency. Caprio smiles. The first real one all day. That's the first genuine thing you've ever said in my courtroom. Isabella thinks, then corrects herself. No, sir. The second. The first was when I finally admitted I was wrong. 1 year later, she launches a full tuition scholarship at Brown for immigrant students. 10 every year, requirement, they teach ESL while studying. Maria Santos's daughter gets the first one, her thank you note. You pretended not to understand English. Now, you help others truly understand it. That's redemption. 5 years later, Dr. Isabella Monteverde publishes the paper that law schools can't stop, assigning the weaponization of language, barriers in legal settings. Dedication page to Judge Caprio, who spoke my language to teach me his. To my students, who taught me understanding isn't about words. It's about humanity. The Providence Community Center names a room after her, Isabella Monteverde Language Lab, where understanding begins. She still teaches every Tuesday night. No Lamborghini in the lot anymore. Just a slightly dented used Honda Civic reminder in any language. Actions have consequences. Judge Caprio, retired now, drops by sometimes, greets the new refugees in Italian. Spanish, Mandarin, whatever they need. Isabella translates when necessary. Then steps back smiling. Caprio tells the class. Gentle. America doesn't ask for perfect English. It asks for genuine effort. The students nod. They get it, not just the words. The meaning.